Hi Virgo, it's Lynn from Tinker Tarot here to do your late October 2018 reading. I want to apologize for being so late. I do have some really good excuses. I live in a mobile home and I am crawling underneath, still insulating. I'm building the frames to skirt it, and I'm doing it all myself. I bought a lady skill saw, and I got tools, and I'm pretty handy actually. So I'm doing all of that myself, and I'm trying to get it done, you know, when it's not raining and so forth. And so I'm sorry that I've been late with these, and I really appreciate your patience. So anyway, let's get started. What are the messages for Virgo 2018? Virgo. October 2018. Virgo. What are the messages for Virgo? Messages for Virgo. October 2018. I'm using the Gilded Tarot this month. And I'm doing a past, present, future reading, a 9-card reading. For those who liked the weeklies, I'm not doing the weeklies anymore. I'm doing monthlies, maybe bi-weekly. But the weeklies were just too much with everything that I have to do. You know, outside of this, so they were just really time consuming. So I'm back to the monthlies and perhaps bi-weeklies. So we'll see how that goes, Virgo. And that's for everybody, not just you. Oh, there, ready. Look what popped out. What do we got? What do we got? So we got the 4 of Swords, the 9 of Pentacles, the 6 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Cups. So here's what they look like here, okay? So the 4 of Swords is kind of a rest period before the battle, before you're going to go and deal with everything. These swords are coming down, you know, these troubles, but And he has his hand on his sword here. He's ready to defend himself at any time, but he's just taking a rest. He's got his armor on. He's ready, but he's waiting. He's waiting for when he's ready. You know what I mean? And then, so it's combined with the 9 of Pentacles, which is stability, security, independence, proud of everything that you've been able to accomplish and achieve thus far. And also, this person is happy, single, or with someone in a couple. They're satisfied either way. You then have the 6 of Pentacles. And that's about being generous. You know, the 6 of Pentacles is about being generous. You have more than enough, and you want to share. You want to share the wealth. You might be in need of someone's generosity, or someone might be in need of yours. And I think it is a time to be generous, because this is also, you know, this 9 of Pentacles is about gratefulness. Feeling very grateful for all you have and all you've been able to achieve. You know, I also want to pay attention to the Falcon here. You know, see, she's holding the Falcon. And the Falcon delivers messages for her. She she doesn't have to leave her home. She's happy and content to just be home. And the falcon delivers her messages for her. And there's butterflies here too, so it's a time of transformation and metamorphosis. But I think it's more with your surroundings, you know, with how you feel about them. You're feeling very content and grateful. And then the Ten of Cups. And the Ten of Cups is really beautiful. It's about also contentment, happiness, satisfied with where you are emotionally. You're happy at home with your family, and there's a lot of love around you. The question is, you know, because he's guarded, he's wearing armor. And while you're resting and contemplating and withdrawing, you're wearing armor. You need protection. You feel that you need to protect yourself, you know, from any of truths that may come out or come forward, and how you're going to handle that, handle this communication, you know. But here you are, the very next card, you have the Falcon. You know, you're going to send back your communications through the Falcon, through others, through perhaps vague responses. I don't think you want to really commit yourself to anything. You're feeling independent. You're withdrawn. You want to be on your own. You're happy in your home and where you are and what you have around you. Okay, and this is really nice. This is really nice. I'm going to throw those back in and give her one more shuffle. Excuse me. You see, I'm pretty bundled up in my sweater and everything because it's really cold in here. I don't have my propane heat yet. They haven't delivered it, but they're supposed to come this afternoon, so thank goodness for that. All right, Virgo. Let's get this laid out for you. So your first card is the Two of Pentacles. So this is a card of juggling. You know, and it's a choice card too. Twos have a couple of meanings actually. Twos sometimes are partnerships. This one would be in business. Yeah, so you might be thinking of partnering with someone in business financially somehow. You could be juggling two expenses, trying to, you know, pay this and then you want a new car, but that's a big payment too, so it could be juggling expenses. You know, and it's kind of cool. Your ship's coming in. You know, you see your ship in the background and the dolphin. You're going to get some sort of communication. You might be in a meeting. Sometimes twos are business meetings. So you might be in some sort of a business meeting. But this is in your past. So this has already happened or is happening, like it's just leaving your life now. So it looks like some sort of a meeting. The Emperor. And the Emperor sometimes represents the father figure. Someone who's lording over something. Lording over a business, could be your boss. It's like the father figure. Could be the head of the family. Doesn't have to be the father, but it could be the head of the family. This could be the person that you're thinking about going into business with or partnering with, perhaps, in some sort of a business venture, and could have been involved in that meeting. The good side of the Emperor is he's very experienced and knowledgeable and has seen and experienced a lot of things already in his life, so he has that to offer. But the other side of the Emperor is that he thinks that he knows what's best for everyone, and he wants to just his word to be law. You know, that's the negative side of the Emperor. Not every Emperor is like that, but some can be. And, you know, that doesn't wash too well usually with people unless they want to be led. The King of Swords. This could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. This guy or woman, could be a woman too, and it doesn't have to be an air sign. But this guy is a hard worker. You know, you can see Saturn in the background. But he's bored. It looks like to me he's bored. He's ready to jump into a new venture. He has his sword there, but he's not holding it up. He's almost leaning on it. And so he really relies on communication, truth, fairness, he really thinks things through. Like, swords are strategic thinkers. You know, they think quite a few moves ahead. So, he could be the father figure that you're going to financially invest with, or, you know, get together with to consider going into business. Maybe you're thinking about starting a business together. Something like that. Anyway, the first card in your present is the Lovers. And in other tarot decks, the Lovers represents a choice. But in this one, the choice is made. He's chosen this woman, and he holds her above all others. He holds her in very high regard, and she him. But he likes to be in control. He likes to be in control of what's going on, whoever the he is in your relationship, whether that's you or your partner. And, you know, there's that Emperor coming out. And it's gentle control. It's gentle persuasion kind of thing. He likes to gently persuade, and he likes you to know that he can handle it. Look at all the strength in this guy. And he's a warrior, you know. But this person holds the other, or they hold each other in very high regard. And it's love, you know. There's good communication here. And they kind of mirror each other in a way. They kind of mirror each other in a way. She feels good under his command. All right. The Ten of Swords. Now, the Ten of Swords is the end of a battle, you know. And also protection. It seems like you're exhausted, or someone is exhausted here. Could be this Emperor, this father figure. He's exhausted. He's been through a lot, and now you need to rest after everything that you've been through. Also, people are watching to see what you're going to do. You know, it's funny that I got that rest card, you know, the Four of Swords, where you're withdrawing and you're resting before the battle. And this is like the battle. And now the battle is over. And you need to rest, whatever the outcome, you know. And also, you're being protected right now. See all that glow around you? These swords can't even touch you. You're being protected and watched. watched over maybe. You know, you're being watched over. The Fool. Now, I'm going to tell you, the Fool hasn't come out in quite a while. And the Fool is a good card. The Fool is any of us beginning something new that we've never tried before. If you're thinking about starting a new business or a business of your own, maybe that's what the Fool is referring to. Starting something you haven't started on your own before. Taking a leap of faith. The only warning with the Fool is watch where you're going. Don't just walk off, you know, and walk into something without really looking at it first. Look where you're going, and that means signing papers, what people are telling you. Don't just take things at their word. You double check things, okay? So the Fool says go ahead, go for it, but watch where you're going, okay? The Knight of Cups. Now, the Knight of Cups is someone probably under 35, could be a water sign. That's Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. And this person is charging into your life. You know, I'm wondering if this Knight is bringing romance back into the relationship, because above it are the Lovers and having to juggle finances and stuff. And so there's, you know, if this is a relationship, it's been quite serious for a while, and serious in the way that, you know, you've had a lot of reality and had to deal with finances and problems and juggle some things, but your ship's coming in. And here the Lovers, you know, it's like they're reuniting or something. That's what I'm seeing, kind of reuniting. And here is love charging back into the relationship, like the romance, I think. The romance. You're getting the romance back, where it's been quite a serious time for a while, or some hardships or some hard times, okay? The Four of Pentacles. Now, it's funny because in the cards that dropped out, it spoke of generosity. And this one speaks of being too greedy, holding too tightly to material things. Remember, it's just stuff. It's fleeting. It comes in, it goes out, you know, and this could be you, or I'm wondering if it's this emperor wanting to take all, you know, more than their fair share of the rewards and the glory. And you may have to put this in check. They could be very charming too, you know, trying to... charming in the way they're justifying their what they put in and what they're taking out. And you may have to put this into check. You know, you might have to say, excuse me. The Two of Swords. There's something you don't want to see here. And you know, it's funny because just before that, I spoke about the Fool. And to watch where you're going. Don't just sign a paper and someone says, oh, it just says that. Read it. If someone tells you, oh, this is how you do it, look it up. Double check. There's something you don't want to see here. Somebody may be giving you a warning, actually, and saying, you know, be careful with that because that it can backfire or whatever. And you don't want to see that. You're just looking at where you're going, but not really where you're stepping. what you're stepping into, okay? And this, I get the feeling that someone's warned you about something, but you don't want to look at it. You don't want to think, no, everything's fine. No, it's, okay, I don't even want to talk about that because everything's fine. Well, you need to look at it. You do. And she's wearing a blindfold, but she can see through that. She can see that there. She just doesn't want to look at it. I just don't want to see that, you know. And it's important that you do, because it could save you money, time, energy, who knows what. I'm thinking money. I'm wondering if someone is stealing. I'm wondering if someone is stealing and you don't want to see it. It could hurt to have to look at that. And it also means that you have to address it now. It's hard to confront someone on something like that, you know, money missing, stealing of some sort. It's very hard to confront someone on that, but it needs to be done. You know, it needs to be done if you think it's happening. Of course, you need to be very careful on how you handle this, address this, but it needs to be done all the same. I just wanted to pull one more card off of each pile because I don't like to leave things on a bad note. You got justice in your past, so there's a fair decision has been made in your favor. Truth and justice has come out, and justice is like a karma thing, you know. When you behave properly, you be treated properly. It comes out in the end, you know. It may not come out immediately from the same person, but it comes out in the end. The other thing, there's a feeling of being left in the cold, though, like you've got to handle something all on your own. You're left to deal with it, and you feel like you're falling short. Sometimes this happens in business and in relationships. You know, you don't feel like you have all the information. Also, you feel like you're working so hard and don't see any rewards for this. Sometimes in business, they say it takes a business at least 3 years to show any profit. It's a long time and a lot of work before you start to see the rewards, the results for what you're doing. So, and there's a lot of hurdles, you know, with business and challenges. So, this could be one of those. And I'm not positive that it's business, but it's feeling left in the cold. You're feeling left out. But your last card, which is in your future, is the Two of Cups. And this is partnership. This is partnership in love. And like I said, you know, bringing romance, bringing feeling back into this, having a divine connection, you know, there's a connection there between these two. They're equal too. These cups are exactly the same. They're equal now. This could be equal partnership, whereas before it wasn't. It wasn't. Someone was getting greedy. Someone was feeling out in the cold. And someone is blind. They don't want to see what's really going on. But when you address it, that's when you can start coming up with solutions and new ways to handle things, you know. And that's when you have a true partnership. This could be in business. This could be in business, or it's in relationship. I'm wondering if it's a couple, if you and your partner are going into business and you're going through a lot of hardships, or you have gone through a lot of hardships and reality, and you know, one person is doing stuff with the business and not telling the other person, and then that's that left out feeling, you know. And you need to be equal partners, equal. This is what ultimately you want. I'm going to draw one more card for you, and that's from the Good Tarot. This is what they look like, if you're out there looking for them. Oh, you see that? Jumped right out. Didn't I say transformation in that other card, the Nine of Pentacles? There's a transformation going on here, and I think it's in the relationship. There's a transformation going on in the relationship. And this little girl, it's could be a child. Because this is a little girl, and she's watching this happen before her very eyes, metamorphosis. Also, it's the number 13, which is a 4, and a 4 is a crossroads. You know, you want to go in a new direction, but where? You're transforming, you're changing, and so is the situation. The situation is changing. It's transforming. You and your relationships could be evolving. You know, it could be an evolution time. And there's some people you're going to leave behind, and there's some people you're going to take with you into the future. But there can be no more blindness. And this, I think, is part of where the transformation is, because you're looking at it. You're watching it transform. You're deciding, you know, I've got to face this. And this makes you grow, you know, as everything does that we go through, you know. It grows and it develops us. We never stop until the day we die. You know, even when we're grandparents, our grandchildren can teach us something new that we never considered before. So this is, you know, difficult time, but it's very transforming time, and it's a time of huge growth too. And I think it's something that's going to last for quite a while once you get a handle on it. But getting a handle on it means taking the blindfold off. Okay? So thank you, Virgo. I hope you have enjoyed this reading. If you have, please like, share, and subscribe. I'm having a special till the end of this month, $25 for all readings. In light of my sister's passing. But I do want to say, I want to clear this up right now. Please send me the most information you can in as little messages as you can. It is incredibly draining for me to read 25 messages and reply to 25 messages from one single individual with one question in each message. It's not worth $25 to me, to tell you the truth. It's too much of my energy, and I just don't have that for that. So I need you to be as descriptive. Say your date you're available. Right now I'm booked up to Thursday morning. Thursday afternoon is still open. And any time after that until the end of the month. So just tell me the day and the times that you would like that day, that you're available, and then I'll reply back with a time. And also, I'm in Ontario, Canada, so consider the time zone factor. And I always assume you're talking my time, so if you say 11 o'clock, I'm thinking, 11 o'clock my time. I don't mean to, but I do, and there's a lot of confusion. So I'm really going to start being a lot more defined in my messages, and I hope you are too. Anyway, thanks again, and thanks for all your patience and your support. I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me. Have a good month, and happy Halloween.